I'm just going to tell you, I'm not into pumpkin really. I'm not
Pumpkin
even
flavor
pumpkin
or just
pie.
pumpkins in general?
In general.
You're anti-pumpkin.
I know. Well, I'm not anti-pumpkin. I'm just,
You've just said you were.
You're listening to the Pre-Race Happy Hour podcast, where race directors Faye Yates and Joe Fleenor sit down over drinks to discuss this year's race, what to expect, and swap some fun stories along the way. To find your next race, visit magicsportsusa.com.
So, it's been quite a year.
It's been quite a year. And you know what? We haven't been doing this for a while.
Well, we've been drinking. We just haven't been drinking and speaking into a mic.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, today is going to be potentially the last one of these for the year. We may do kind of a season recap type of a deal later on in the season, but today is our last official race for 2024. And today we're going to be talking a lot about the Coastal Half Marathon 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run.
Right.
As well as kind of leading into our 2025 season and some of our first couple of events, which are also run related.
Yeah.
And then talk about the launch of 2025 coming soon with some kind of exciting bundle deals and other things we have going on Cyber Monday.
We have deals on the way. Yeah, one more race to go. Does it feel, it feels kind of crazy.
This one always sneaks up, right? I mean, it shouldn't sneak up because we have a long time to prepare for it after the last triathlon.
That's why it sneaks up, because we're planning 2025.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, hey, it's not like we're dismissing it. It's just that there's a big gap for us. It's
Totally.
a gap.
Well, before we dive into that, this is our happy hour.
Yeah.
And as we've done numerous times this season, we always introduce a new drink. And today, it's just like every other time, we've introduced something new. And this is something I've never made before. And I can't vouch for it.
Well, I'm excited to try it because it seems like just the perfect fall winter drink.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
So for those that are able to watch us on YouTube, what you're seeing in front of you is an apple cider mimosa, which just the name alone sounds fantastic.
Who wouldn't like that? Well, yeah.
So this apple cider mimosa is made with some dark rum, apple cider.
Yep.
And I'm using Prosecco instead of champagne.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And then we've got some sugar cinnamon kind of around the rim, as well as a little apple slice. So very fall festive.
Very fall festive. It smells good.
Well, let's cheers it up.
Cheers.
To a successful 2024. One more race to go. Here's to our apple cider mimosa.
Fantastic.
I hope it's good.
Tasty and not strong at all, Joe.
That's good. Okay, good.
This could be
You say that after your first sip.
This could be a great podcast.
It will be a very good podcast.
Very memorable, mostly.
It's very good. So, like we said, it's very fall, but as you can see behind me, we have a pumpkin.
I know. I'm glad you hung on to that.
I don't know. It seems like I know Thanksgiving is very like pumpkin-y feeling, but for some reason, as soon as like Halloween ends, I just feel like pumpkins should just kind of go away.
And it's everywhere. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm not into pumpkin really. I'm not
Pumpkin
even
flavor
pumpkin
or just
pie.
pumpkins in general?
In general.
You're anti-pumpkin.
I know. Well, I'm not anti-pumpkin. I'm just.
You've just said you were.
I guess maybe I am.
Like
It's
when
not
you
my
look at this
thing.
pumpkin.
I'm not excited about it. I know people have fun with pumpkins.
Have you ever carved a pumpkin?
When I was really young, maybe I
What's
had a bad
wrong with
experience.
you?
Maybe I had a bad experience.
Okay.
I'm suppressing some memories. I don't know what
Just
happened.
like a classic jack-o'-lantern? Nothing?
It's not my thing.
You have just unearthed something. This is a much deeper conversation.
We'll visit this later. The Coastal race, Joe, is at 16 years this year.
That's impressive.
It is impressive.
16 years, and you can talk about the history and where it's been over the years, but this year we're super excited because it's up 35% from year over year from last year.
We're up 35%, and that's exciting because, it's a Thanksgiving weekend race. It's not on Thanksgiving Day, so we don't compete with all the Thanksgiving runs. But, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so people, that's a lot of people stay home, they don't travel. So that's the reason we're actually here, because our fantastic partners at Alabama's Beaches, the sports and events group, brought us in saying, hey, let's bring people to the beach for the weekend. Even if they spend Thursday at home, you still have time to have a whole great weekend at the beach, and you can enjoy this race.
It's perfect.
So that's how it started. Yeah, they brought us down.
It's so cool because it makes sense for them because you're capitalizing on a time where it might otherwise be kind of quiet at the beaches.
That's right.
But it's still fantastic weather. It's right after the holidays.
Yeah. And the quiet there is amazing in
It's
the
pretty
fall
nice.
and winter. I spend a little bit of time there in our off season.
Yes, you do. During the season as well. I mean, you've
when I
you've
when
got
I can
reasons
arrange
to
a
go down.
meeting, I do.
When I can arrange. Okay, let's dive into this here in just a second, but I do want to revisit one other thing just about this pumpkin back here because it's really bothering me.
We're coming back to the pumpkin. I need a drink. Okay, go ahead.
How could you have not told me this about the pumpkin when I had a pumpkin beer contest that I was telling you about recently at our house? And you never even brought up the fact that was probably very disgusting.
Well, did
to
you notice that I wasn't into it too much?
You didn't
I
ask
didn't
too
talk
many
about
questions.
it. I mean, I didn't ask too many questions because I thought, I wouldn't be into trying the pumpkin beers because I don't like that flavor in a beer. I'm a purist.
Okay, we'll move on.
It's okay.
I
It's
think
all
I'm
right.
over it now.
I've actually, if pumpkin pie has really real whipped cream on it, I might eat it just for the whipped cream. It's pumpkin pie, just
Oh.
that pumpkin-y.
Are you a pecan pie kind of girl?
I'm not really a pie person in general. I'm more of a brownie and ice cream, chocolate chip cookie kind of girl. I know.
You're a Southern girl.
I can make a good pecan pie because anyway, I just
I
don't
feel
really
like
it.
anybody born and raised in the South should prefer pies over cakes.
Well, most people in the South eat catfish, Joe.
And you don't do that either.
I don't do that either.
You did go to Vanderbilt.
Hey, that brings up a good thing to talk about. Let's talk about this. Is Thanksgiving is upon us. Is there anything you're thankful for, Joe? that you want to share with us today with our people?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm thankful for. I
That you want to
appreciate-
share today.
Sure. Well, it's been a fun year.
Yeah.
It's been a good year, and I'm thankful. I'll just speak very highly of my kids right now. They
nice.
just turned 11 and 10 this year, and it's kind of a milestone year for them. And
Yeah.
for instance, tonight my wife and I are going on a date.
Yeah.
We're going to dinner, and guess what we're doing?
They're staying home alone.
We're leaving the kids at home.
Alone.
So this is like the first time that's ever happened where
That's
we're
pretty
going
cool.
on a date and they just stay home. So
Yeah.
I'm thankful that we've kind of hit this period
Yeah.
of our life where that can now happen.
And that you live in a great neighborhood with lots of friends.
It's true. It's not like it's a...
You're not panicky. You're not out in
Right.
the middle of nowhere, and you've got people you could call on, or
True.
You probably have someone looking in the windows.
Well, I live in Williamson County, Tennessee, so everybody has cameras.
Exactly. Well, it seems like everyone everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so let's hand it back over to you. What are you thankful
I could talk
for?
about a lot of things, but let's just talk about that. Let's talk about Vanderbilt football because it's your favorite subject. Because you're a big Vandy fan. So anyone that's ever listened to this knows that's not true. Vanderbilt is bowl bound. I don't know what's going to...
We either just gained podcast followers or we lost all of them.
No, we're going to move on quickly, but I'm thankful that Vanderbilt football has been really interesting to watch this year.
It's been quite a season.
It's not always the way it is for us. We have a lot of sports to watch that are fun and entertaining.
Bowling.
And I've never watched bowling, but I'm proud of our bowling team, of course. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I knew you would be really sad if I didn't.
Well, congratulations, and soon. By the time this airs, actually, no. It'll be the week before, just a few days before
The big game.
Tennessee, my alma mater,
Yeah.
versus Vanderbilt, your alma mater. So,
Yeah.
should we place a bet of some sort on that?
I think we should reduce the half marathon to maybe an 8 or 10 mile race so we can get back for the start of the game.
Yeah,
It starts at 11, which doesn't work with this race very well.
doesn't work.
We're going to record it. We have
Well, I have
the
YouTube
means.
TV on my phone. We can just pop it up on the phone.
Oh, that's true.
So if they're looking at us, we can just pretend like we're looking at results and stuff, but we're
We're definitely watching the
we're
game.
just watching the game.
Okay.
Okay, so we can't shorten it because this is, in all reality, this is a state championship level half marathon race.
Yep.
So the Roadrunners Club of America, which designated this race as their state championship for Alabama,
Yeah.
they would frown upon
Yeah,
us.
we can't get away with it. In fact, when I looked down at that medal, as I said, then I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. Not that we would have done it anyway, but of course we're not going to do that. It will be a certified.
It will be a certified half
marathon course, and we've been in the state championship quite a few years, which continues to be an honor and a reminder that we must be doing something right. This is a cool race, Joe. Some of the features that are my favorite features Well, the post-race food is by Cosmo's Restaurant, which is one of my favorite restaurants in Orange Beach. Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's fantastic.
It's great.
It is my favorite. Got to be careful.
Uh-oh.
I probably just did something I wasn't supposed to do. I love it. It's in the top 2. Also love Voyagers at Perdido Resort. It is fantastic. And I'm going there New Year's, just by the way. So,
Is there another restaurant we need to throw in here just to cover our bases?
Tacky Jack's is a more casual favorite. Big time casual favorite.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously post-race party is fantastic. Live music. This is a big time family race, Joe,
Yeah.
right? Tons of families. We've got a fun run, a 5K, half marathon. So what we have are like bouncy houses, bubble machines, face painting, and live music.
I'm a big believer that what makes a race great is what happens on the front end and the back end of the race, not the actual like running. And this is one of those races that truly fits the bill for that, because the post race, it's so much fun. I mean, especially for a family friendly event.
Yeah.
The balloon animal guy, like he's there every year,
So
and
great.
that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
So
Everybody
when you got all that
has it.
stuff post race with the live music and beer, we didn't even talk about beer.
Oh
did
yeah,
we? There's beer.
for those that partake like we do,
Yeah.
there's beer.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and the course is just quickly. The course is fantastic. It's on 85% of it's on paved backcountry trails, gorgeous trails.
And backcountry, explain that to people, because I don't think they can picture what backcountry means, but truly it is spectacular.
At the beach, you don't think of it, but the Gulf State Park, which is one of our partners in this race as well, because they host most of the run course. This is a beautiful state park. So you're talking about, these oak trees and that you're running through. There's a lot of shade, even though the temperatures are like usually 55 to 65.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It's like you nailed it.
I mean, we've had very few years that aren't in that range, and it can be sunny, it can be partly cloudy, but we're very fortunate that it's usually really, really solid weather. So this year, so the backcountry trails, you have all this beautiful like hanging moss, and they're paved trails. They're not treacherous trails to run on. It's not like that. So get that out of your head. But you do get a little stretch on the beach road.
Yeah.
So you get that feel like, oh wow, you come out of there and you're like, I am at the beach.
Yep.
It's
Look
really
over
cool.
to your right hand side, and there it is.
There it is. So it's fantastic. The whole thing is fantastic. And
Well,
we're
didn't
so
it just
thankful.
win? If I remember correctly, didn't it win last year maybe some award by USA Today as like the best state park trail or something in the United States?
It did. I can't remember what
it was like
the official title, but it was
reader voting poll,
Yep.
and that trail was like the national winner, which is pretty cool. I always forget about that.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people go to the Alabama's beaches, right? Gulf Shores, Orange Beach. They don't realize this is there. I mean, they go and they want to be on the beach, which is understandable. It's amazing, but they don't know this is back there.
Yeah, totally.
It's fantastic.
Well, if you can check out our website, you can check out our social media as well. But I'm actually holding here, if you're watching on YouTube, the actual race medal for it. And the medal's really cool this year is it kind of signifies kind of the vibe of what the backcountry trails are.
Yeah,
And we've got this
it does.
beautiful bird, and it's a little slider
I
bird,
know,
which is
he's
really
a
cool.
slider bird.
So that's fun. So everybody's going to receive one of those.
That's what the shirt looks like too. So that's the design on the front of the
Shirt as
shirt.
well.
Yep.
And so talk about, we briefly mentioned the RRCA, but mention that because each of the winners of the half marathon
half
received one
marathon.
of our RRCA awards as well.
Yeah. So the award you see here, the medal you see, that is there's an open award. So it's first overall and open. So the fastest person, then 40 plus, 50 plus, and 60 plus.
Yep.
It's great.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah. Serious runners get into that, and everybody else is just there and has a great time, crosses the finish line, and has a great party.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, it is a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time,
Yeah.
as we always do. A lot of us come down and spend Thanksgiving down at the beach,
Yeah.
and we set up the next day, and then race weekend. It's a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about it. Any other highlights about the race we need to let people know about this?
I think we're good. I think that you got the highlights. And I think the cool thing about this race now is first thing last year this happened is when we're leaving this race and we're like, oh, we're leaving the beach. And it used to be we won't be back here until September for our next race. Guess what? Guess what's up? Our next race in 2025 is now in Orange Beach, Alabama,
Yes.
with our partners at Perdido Beach Resort. And we have a basically the same layout.
We end the
Half
season
marathon.
and start the season.
We should end the season and start the season in Orange Beach. Half marathon, 5K, fun run. Benefits the Jennifer Claire Moore Foundation.
Yep.
We did it last year for the first time. Phenomenal post-race party.
I mean, we just talked about this one as like right up there as one of the tops, and I think about Perdido, and I'm like, wow, those are the two best we got.
They are. Yeah. So we have we start the year and end the year with the best post-race parties that we have, for sure.
Okay, we failed to mention just right next to you, if those that are watching, we actually have our award. We talked about giving awards out and stuff, so we got a cool little blanket.
Yeah.
Great for the beach, great for anywhere you want to go with the back sides of it as well. So that's going to be our awards for all the age group winners as well as the overall. For this race, we had. Do you remember, like when I was talking about I was going to actually race this race? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Do you want me to tell people what your goal was, or we're going to hang on to that for next year? I remember it very clearly.
Well, I'm not racing in it. Just let's break
I know.
news. I've
well,
decided to,
you had a big September.
So I've pushed pause on it. I really wanted to break a PR of mine.
Yeah.
Not really a PR, just like a goal time.
Yeah.
It would have been a PR, but it was a goal time. You can talk about that if you want to, but
Well, you're going to do it. I mean, not at this race, but you will break that.
Maybe Perdido. Perdido's got a big bridge. That might affect it. This one was great.
This was perfect. This is flat. I think it's a better challenge to have a bridge, Joe. So Joe is going to run a sub 7 5K.
Sub 21 minute.
Okay, sub 21
sub
minute.
7. You mean pace?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah, it's right. It's close.
It's Vanderbilt for you.
I started to say it, but I wanted you to say it instead. I just pulled it out of you.
So sneaky.
So yeah, it's going to happen. We're picking a race for you. I've picked my race. No one knows about it, but I've picked a race for next year too.
I do know about it.
You know about it. Taylor knows about it. I'm sneaking into everybody else.
So before we kind of dive into next year, you
already
you teased it out a little bit with Perdido.
Yeah.
But since we're both going to be racing one of our own races next year, we're also excited to, at some point here soon, we're going to be kind of unveiling some cool stuff that we're going to be unveiling to our audience. But just a little teaser to that is we've actually created ourselves and our team here at Magic Sports our own tri-kit and running kit and things like that for Magic Sports. So we're super excited about that and be representing Magic Sports with our new tri-kits with our partners at T3.
Excited and a little nervous. I've not had a tri-kit. A one-piece tri-kit ever. So going into the modern age.
You're going to look good. I mean, I've seen lots of pictures of you in the past with your little two-piece old school kit.
That's the way we raced back then.
Well, that's how I raced it. Two-piece kits. I don't know. There's something about it, but
there was a time. There was a time I raced in, you raced in bikini briefs and for the ladies, a sports bra and singlet. And the guys and the Speedos.
Speedo?
That was way back, Joe. Way back.
Imagine. Chafing. That seems like, I don't know how you overcome that.
It was an interesting time.
So I'm super excited about 2025.
Same.
But what I'm most excited about is a little bit of difference this year versus previous years.
Yeah.
Where in previous years, we've had like that one day where we've told people, come on Cyber Monday or Black Friday, register then because we're going to launch all of our events and you can save a lot of money. Well, right now, through Cyber Monday, we're actually offering that deal right now over an extended period of time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we encourage everybody right now to actually go because this is officially kind of the launch of 2025 races, minus the Coastal until that finishes, and then we can relaunch that one for next year.
Yeah.
But everything else, we've already launched, and you get the best prices available right now
through
Cyber Monday.
Yeah, I mean, people need a little these days. They have a lot going on. Everybody's got a lot going on. So let's give people a weekend to they don't have to pick a day and sit at their computer that day. It may not be the best day for them. So we're giving them options.
There's a lot of people I know, including some on our own team, that celebrate birthday months, right? So that's a thing.
Who?
That's a thing. Not you. I'm referring. She'll know who we're talking about on here. Vanessa.
Of course she does. Yeah, I know she does.
No chance she's watching this. But if she is, shout out to Vanessa.
Yeah, shout out. We love Vanessa. Cheers to Vanessa.
Cheers. But we have our Cyber Monday launch week, essentially. So if you go on Amazon right now, you're going to see big Black Friday promotionals for the whole week.
Yeah.
Let's be like Amazon, right? Well, without all the...
Not exactly like Amazon, Joe. But the concept, a similar concept to Amazon.
Similar concept. There's a lot
We're
of things
not there
yet. Okay. We could go down a whole... Okay. All right. So, but not only just best prices available, which you'd be silly. If you already know what you're going to race next year, go ahead and sign up for it.
Yeah.
But we've also are unveiling our new bundles for this year, which...
We're mixing it up this year.
Mixing it up. Well, sort of.
I mean... There's a change. There's a change.
We do have changes in our bundles, but if you took advantage, and we hope you did, of our bundles last year, we're offering many of them again this year, and two of which are available now are our Tri-Bama series, which is if you bundle up our Alabama triathlons together, you save significant amount of money, which you can find on our website, as well as our Women Race Nashville bundle, which has really taken off ever since the launch of our Nashville Women's Triathlon.
That was great last year, As
now you can bundle two of our three Nashville area triathlons, Nashville Women's Tri, the Music City Triathlon, and the River Bluff Triathlon. Bundle two of those three, and you save significant as well. And then come December 3rd, the day after Cyber Monday, we'll be unveiling our third, not unveiling because I'll unveil it right here, but we'll have the opportunity
It'll be available.
to leverage it, which is our beach running bundle, which is our two runs, which we talked about earlier, Perdido Beach Resort run, Perdido Beach Resort half marathon, that race, as well as the Coastal Half Marathon run as well. So we can bundle those two races for a discount. So lots of bundles.
Let's revisit again that we finish our season and start our season at the beach. It's so nice.
That's no coincidence. We just want to be down there more.
Our partners there. We have a lot of great partners throughout our season. Our beach partners. It's so fun. It's so great.
I keep thinking you're going to move to the beach.
Nope.
Okay.
Are you trying to move me to the beach, Joe?
I mean, rumor has it there's like some odds going around.
Is there? I could be there more for long weekends, but
you're not a permanent,
not full time, not
a permanent. Okay.
No, I need a little mix of.
Well, we would miss you.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
But if I move down there,
what are you talking about?
I don't know.
You're not moving to the beach.
Just give me your house or something for whenever I want it.
All right, what else we got coming in 2025? We talked about our prices. I think the cool thing about this year, am I right? That we have the weekends, and the dates in the month that you're familiar with, the months of the races, aren't you, Joe? So the same as last year.
Do you want to quiz me? Throw out a race. I'll tell you the month.
In what month? You know what? Let's skip back. All the races are consistent weekends. Let's talk about St. Pat's because that's the next big holiday race. Let's talk about St. Pat's.
St. Pat's is fantastic. Shelby Park.
Yep.
Downtown Nashville.
Yep.
It's one of our, if not the largest race we put together. And it's a fun race. Beautiful greenway down there.
Yep.
Great Nashville Park. Again, great partners with Nashville and the Park and Rec Department.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just a fun. I mean, obviously it's a St. Patrick's Day race, so we do a lot of fun things around that.
We do. We get some out of towners, but it's a huge local race, of course. But you know what? This is St. Pat's in Nashville. Come on, if you're an out of towner that's thinking, I'm gonna go run a really cool greenway half marathon. It's not down in the city of Nashville. It's on this beautiful scenic greenway. You can head down to Nashville right afterwards or before. So this is on the 15th.
Literally right there.
So it's the weekend. It's the big celebration.
St. Patrick's Day weekend.
It's the
Not
weekend.
one of those like...
No, like before or after. It's the weekend. Nashville will be hopping if that's your thing.
Oh, it's our thing. So yeah, the weekend of the St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
That's our race.
Ours.
And you come race our race.
Music City, St. Pat's.
We have a lot of fun with that one. Yeah. So another thing that we've talked about a little bit in the e-newsletter that hopefully people are reading, as well as our social media, is we want to invite people to race for free. I mean, yeah, we like entry fees. I mean, that's part of the business model, right?
Well, we
But
need
we
them.
also enjoy giving away free races. And I am more than happy to
Yeah.
give away races to whoever wants to race with us for free whenever they want to race,
Yeah.
if they help us out a little bit and
Yeah.
provide us some great referrals to sponsors.
Yeah.
Sponsors make our races that much better.
Yep.
Not only for us, but for the race experience for the
Yeah.
athletes as well. And so referrals go a long way in this business, and we're looking for new sponsor referrals and great partners. So if you know of anyone that would be a great fit for Magic Sports at our races, please let us know. And then if that translates into a high quality sponsorship of
Yeah.
ours, come to whatever race
Free
you want
races.
to this year.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, like you said, I think I just want to emphasize that it's not just, obviously we need sponsor dollars to help us run the company that creates the business that where you can come and race and you have goals that where you have events to come and participate. It's the experience you have before and after the race is so different when there are sponsors involved. I mean, the atmosphere when they're there, they're greeting you. There might be some giveaways. They might have some offers. They might talk to you about different nutrition. I mean, there's so many different elements that come in when you get different sponsors involved. It's
We
great.
both believe in kind of that life cycle of our athletes and
Yeah.
how they might come to us as like a first time athlete, but then what? Like, how do they get connected? And those
Right.
sponsors and the people that are partners of ours at the races are oftentimes the connections that they have within
Yeah.
the sport
Yeah.
that they get involved with, and that creates some stickiness for us.
Yeah,
So we're true believers in those partners.
absolutely.
They also help make races affordable as well. So, I mean, it's part of the
That's the
business model
truth.
as well. If
just the
more
truth.
sponsor dollars come
Yeah.
in, it helps our expenses and it helps lower the cost. So,
Yeah.
just another thing that you can think about that helps us out as
Yep.
well. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it.
all right. Well, Faye,
Yeah,
how did you like our apple cider mimosas?
I was very happy with it. I think it feels like today. Like I went
Real
for a hike
chilly.
this morning. It was beautiful in Nashville. I went for a hike in our beautiful Percy Warner Park. And I was telling you and Taylor about how it's that perfect time where all the leaves haven't fallen, but there you can still so summer's still up, so it's beautiful, but you can see further. You can see everything.
Yeah.
It's just that's fall to me, and this feels very fall. It goes along with that. So I've had a fantastic day so far. I don't know what's to come. But
Well,
it's been great.
I don't know what time it is, but I'm sure it's dark outside.
It's dark early, Joe. That's not my favorite thing about the fall.
No, it's
late
not.
fall. The darkness is not my fave.
It's rough. We could have a whole nother podcast on daylight savings time and how terrible that is.
We could,
But
indeed. Not
we
for,
are
not for today's podcast.
We are in the race business, so let's stick to what we know. But thank you for a great 2024.
Joe, it's been a 2024. I said it early in these podcasts. Write it down. 2024 is going to be a great year, and it continued to be, and it's going to finish at the coast.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.